Doctor Who, Christopher Eccleston reveals Billie Piper fears and insecurity ahead about Rose Debris. Well, I'm going to review this in a minute, and the performances were all both very strong. You know, that's something I can absolutely attest to. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to download the trailer for the next episode. Is fabulous. Let me try if I can grab that. Right, and that they put this out straight away. They did a very good job with it. Let me grab that. No. Man, you know, it's incredible. We're buying new furniture right now, and like my couches are just, you know, on their asses. The couches are just dead. You've had them for a long time. They're falling apart. And my son's expecting twins in a few months, and we want something more comfortable. We want rocking chairs so we can have with the babies when they come over, and make it more comfortable. My daughter-in-law to sit, that sort of thing. So every time I go anywhere, I click anywhere, I'm getting furniture ads. Like, really, stop with that. So this lightsaber blade will have an open hand on the end. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Darth Slappy. But excellent fun. They reunited. After 20 years of waiting, fans are getting the Ninth Doctor and Rose back together again in a first of the audio dramas. To mark the release of the new adventure, Big Finish have released the behind-the-scenes video, including interviews with Eccleston, Piper, and director Helen Goodwin and producer Matt Fidden. The interview, Eccleston spoke about Piper's fears into the first season, but look, she just got back into it really easily, right? They both of them slided seamlessly back 20 years ago, and her voice sounded right. And by the way, I watched Father's Day the night before I watched this, which was a mistake because it made this one look so much worse. Sort of first word dramas. Kevin we'll look at it. We'll look at the synopsis when I get to review, which will be next. Okay, let's pull up that. Doink. There we go. Back here. Is it? No. Doink. There you go. So yes, this I think is probably one of the more exciting things going on in Doctor Who right now, which shows you how bad things are in Doctor Who right now. So this is the first of the Ninth Doctor adventures with Rose. Something that we've really wanted for a long time, because again, that era is fabulous. And I'm sorry, I specifically watched Father's Day the night before this came out, because this is set directly after Father's Day, and this whole mini season, whole full season they're putting inside the first season, works very well. So, but the thing is, I forgot how fabulous Father's Day is, right? And it is fabulous, right? It's fabulous Doctor Who. Right? And it's very authentic Doctor Who, very original, very different, very emotionally charged, beautifully directed, great script. It was fabulous, right? And I'm very antagonistic to Rusty Davies and Rusty Davies Doctor Who right now, right? And then at the end of it, you had the trailer for The Empty Child. Here, let me see if I can pull out the trailer. That trailer was awesome. Oh my God. I was so excited by that trailer. Here, the one that comes at the end of this. And I was like, what a great era this was. And it really was. Here we go. Doctor Who, The Empty Child, next time trailer. Oh yeah, bingo. Doink. So I was really watching this in advance really did actually pump me up, right? It got me to love the era again, and it for good reason, right? I forgot how good it was. Really, genuinely, I forgot how much confidence, how much happiness there was going on in the world right then. The world was so much better, and you know why the world was better? Because of Rusty Davies and politics. The things that he's obsessed about hadn't taken over and destroyed the fucking world as yet, right? It made everybody miserable. There we go.
And why are we chasing it?
It's bold and dangerous, and about 30 seconds from the centre of London.
Please let me in, Mummy.
You mustn't let him touch
Scary, funny, exciting, well acted. This was the first season, right? They were knocking it out the park.
I have my moments. They've all got the same injuries, right down to the scar on the back of the hand.
Physical injuries as plague.
Hello.
Hello. Shall we have a drink on the balcony?
It's so funny seeing like Captain Jack being heterosexual. And I do like the whole bit before this. Again, from memory, saying, "Oh, I love a bit of Spock," and that's what she gets. Yeah.
I like to think of myself as a criminal.
I bet you do.
She was great then. Oh, what an awesome time to be a Doctor Who fan. Listen, if you are as old as me and like you went through the wilderness years, you went through before the wilderness years, every going, Doctor Who, that's kind of shit in school, right? For me, it was easier with this McCoy years because everything got a bit better. In my druggy circles. So Kevin left the power state a long time ago. He wasn't going to be trapped there, but all these years later, he's back and cleaning out his dad's old flat. At least his neighbors, the Tylers are still there. But Rose has a strange new man in her life, and the doctor's going to show Kevin the world he never knew existed. Unfortunately, something ancient is stirring on the power estate. Perhaps Kevin will be trapped here after all. So I will call this mediocre, right? I will call this a 5 out of 10, right? It wasn't a knock it out of the park, wasn't a must listen to. It was a okay story. Essentially, you have this guy Kevin, who's a new character. They very clunkily write Mickey out, right? Oh, Mickey's in a band and they're doing a gig in Portsmouth or something. It says so. Mickey was never in a band. What's going on? I am buying the next one, right? The performances of Billy Piper and Chris were excellent. They honestly, I think they could really headline another series right now, right? Like a 4-episode minute, and I think it'll get huge ratings. I mean, if it wasn't woke shit, but and again, you explain why they're both older. There's a way of doing it. So yeah, there's this guy who was very attached to the Tylers, who what's her name? Rose's mum. What's she called again? Jackie, right? Jackie was like very motherly too, right? Who looked after him a lot. He's his father was somewhat mentally ill, and he's dead now. He's cleaning out the flat, and there's some alien thing in there that makes life interesting, but it doesn't make life that interesting, quite frankly. It was like this is a very by the numbers story, right? Didn't really do anything world shaking at all. But it's very nice, hearing them back together again. Is it a recommend? Well, for me, I'm a completist as much as I can be. But I was going to do a review of the whole Ninth Doctor range. Maybe we should do that. Again, it's not bad. It's just not great, right? I mean, that's really the fair thing. It's not great. Now, the best thing about it, however, was the trailer for the next one. And again, it's sad they're spreading these out over 24 months instead of 12 because, and I guess they're spreading that out over that much time because they can't. They're not doing well. That's my guess. But the did I not download it yet? Like the trailer for the next one, Last Days of Powerscape was fantastic. Let me grab that. It was doink. No, Chadash B'Yisrael. Everything's always Chadash B'Yisrael. Fine. Oh, I already have downloaded it. Doink. There you go.
No wonder we couldn't tell what year it was. We're at a multi-dimensional para-junction, a corruption in the flow of time.
Why is it here? Why the power estate?
You felt a hand on your shoulder yet?
No.
No. Me neither.
It was the squatters who gave the killer his name. Them who drew these portraits.
This trailer just really, really brings you back to that era. I mean, the story might not be great. The trailer's fabulous.
Before they left, as a warning, they called him Mr. Fingers.
so seamlessly into that era. I think was very good, right? I think that worked very nicely. So I'm buying the next one. I am buying the next one. I just hope they get better. Frankly, I mean, that's really it. They were. It wasn't unmissable Doctor Who, right? I mean that's really the bottom line. Yeah, let's look at the Ninth Doctor range. I will walk you through the Ninth Doctor range, and I warn you, I actually got off the Ninth Doctor range for a while, so I will tell you when and why. Right? I'll do oldest first. This one, which is the Price is Slashed, the Ravagers, by far the best one. It's one of the best they released. It's written by Nick Briggs, and for me that's normally a sign of quality. It's one complete narrative over 3 stories, which I think really works for this format. It's good, right? It's really genuinely good, right? That's where it started, and that's the best. I remember the second one being completely missable. So anything worth listening to on the second set? No. This one is completely missable. I don't remember anything on it. This one had one freaking awesome story. This is probably one of the best stories Eccleston has done, the Cyberman story. Monsters in Metropolis. Hunting Season and The Curse of Lady Macbeth, they're both missable. But that cyber story, when you put it back to back with this 2-part cyber story, right? They're three of my favorite stories. This is a older brigadier Cyberman story, which is so organic to the Ninth Doctor era. It's a very working class Doctor Who, right? And it's a good cyber story, right? And who is it? John Coltrane plays the brigadier, is excellent. And it ties a little bit into Modern Unit, but we can forgive that. Then the second season just totally lost its way, right? Completely lost its way, back to Earth. And whenever it's a generic title, that's when they're not worth listening to. Station to Station, The False Dimitri, and Old Lang Syne. Old Lang Syne was good. That was okay. That actually was quite listenable. It had a nice bit of emotional resonance to it. But I wouldn't recommend this. I wouldn't really recommend it for that, frankly. Into the Stars again, very very generic. Very generic side. They have a Christmas story in this one, which I think Old Lang Syne was better, quite frankly, as a New Year's Eve story. Break the Ice. It was okay. It's not nothing to write home about. These other two are throwaway stories, right? Which are again missable, and then this is where I got off here because they brought in who was it? Viv. What's her name? Viv Schenker, who was a 7th and 8th Doctor companion, who turned into a lesbian and then turned into a lesbian who likes women with penises. And look, this is, what year was this from? 2022. Yeah, this is in the dark times of Big Finish, right? I got to do that Big Finish review for 2020. We'll do that next week, right? I really got to get back to that. But yeah, so this is where I just said, no, you're not offering me enough to stay here. Having a Sea Devil just isn't enough to maintain my interest. And I'm sick of women with penises, right? I'm absolutely sick of women with penises. So I didn't bother getting this one again. Shades of Fear. What an awful generic title. And they introduce a couple of new characters, which I assume are going to be, I assume are reasonably dull. Right? Lizzie Hopefully, Roy Gill, and James Kettle, not names that you can go, yep, I trust that. I trust their writing abilities. So the third season, I'm just like, forget it, leave me alone. They brought back those characters again. And it looks like they got Leela in this one. It's just like I'm that they need to have gimmicks so early on, right? Again, for me, I haven't listened to this. This is not a review. My review is you've disinterested me in buying this completely, right? So I don't feel I've missed anything out. Again, having Alpha Centauri and the Ice Queen, Ice Warrior Queen. And look, I mean, again, Laura Mooney, Stuart Pingle, James Moran, and Robert Valentine. I don't know, but like, I don't understand why you need two people to write one of these stories. They're normally kind of paper thin. But again, yeah, nothing about this interested me at all. And then, what was this one? Some future buried threat. Oh no! Then they had next. So the next one. They didn't know that they did one Bernie Summerfield, and man, she's not looking good there. Running Man, Ancient History. Here's the thing, though. If you're interested in Bernie Summerfield, which I'm really not by now, is she only going in one episode? Probably. I hate that. Right? Why not do a box set based around the two of them together? And then the final one I didn't get is River Song. And again, and John Dorn is normally a trustworthy writer, but like again, not really that interested. And again, you get River Song. Oh, is the River Song in all three? I might actually have heard this one. Yeah, I did hear this one, and it was I forgot I got this. Right, it was Unremarkable. Right, you had the first. Okay, this one at least they had three stories that formed one story. Right, you had, but they just weren't that good, and it was like the Ninth Doctor and River Song. That was a hook. Again, not a recommend. And sadly, this one isn't a recommend either. But I'm sticking with it because the performances were good, and it's nice hearing them again. But that's really all I can say about it. If you want like really good audio Ninth Doctor, then Ravagers is excellent. There's one great story. Is that worth $26.74? I don't know. And there's a good Sidemen two-parter here. Yeah, okay, so the ones I will buy is this one, and at a pinch, this one. Into the Stars. I think if you do that, you actually got how many good episodes? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got about 8. You got an 8-episode season, right? 8-episode season. Oh, my name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.